What's up, YouTube? It's Jack Rabbit here. I'm back with another video. Alright, and today, the day I'm recording this, DC released a promo image or poster for the upcoming Gotham Night Show, which sounded like it could be, when it was first announced, it sounded like it could be really cool, but the show already has issues. Okay, well, issues for me. It still sounds cool. It has a cool premise. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to watch it. I watched Batwoman. This has the same issues Batwoman has. And I'm going to discuss it. But first I'm going to talk about, I'm going to read the synopsis and all that to explain what I mean by this. Okay, so it is based in Gotham City. You know. I'm assuming this is a different Gotham from Batwoman. I don't know. I don't know if this is supposed to be Arrowverse or not. It is a Berlanti Productions, so I'm assuming it's Arrowverse? I'm not real sure. I couldn't tell you anymore what's Arrowverse, what's not. Yeah. But, okay, so here's the premise. In the wake of Batman, Bruce Wayne's... Oh, sorry. Let me restart reading that. In the wake of Bruce Wayne's death, his rebellious adopted son forges an unlikely alliance with the children of Batman's enemies when they are all framed for the murder and clear their name. When they're all... That's not good English. Okay, that sounds really interesting. Rebellious adopted son. Okay, so I'm thinking rebellious. I'm thinking more of a Jason Todd. Red Hood. I mean, definitely rebellious, but it still leaves questions. A lot of questions. But let me go over the cast list for you and their characters, who they're playing. I don't know who most of these characters are. I'm going to have to learn who most of these characters are, but... Alright, so you got Oscar Morgan as Turner Hayes. Turner Hayes. Batman's adoptive son. But I'm going to continue going with my class, and then I'll discuss issues there. Okay. Fallon Smithy as... Oh, sorry. If I botch any of these names, I'm so sorry. As Harper Row. Tyler Daichara? I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right. As Cullen Rowe. I'm assuming those are going to be twins. I'm not sure who they're related to, but I'll find out. Olivia Rose Keegan as Delia Dent. Again, don't know anything about her, but I'm going to find out. Maybe I'll do videos about all these characters. Let me know down in the comments. Whatever. Navarro Robinson as Carrie Kelly. Okay, Okay, that's a good name. Again, more stuff I'm going to go over later. Misha Collins as Harvey Dent. Woohoo! Supernatural alum. Castiel. Jack approved. Rabbit approved. It's good to see him back. Anna Laura as Stephanie Brown. That's another good one. And Rachara Adams as Brody. Rasharit Adams. Oh, okay, well. First of all, I would like to know her. So Hopper Row, that's Bluebird. Another B-level Bat family member. Delia Dent, that's the daughter of Harvey Dent. Which is interesting because Harvey Dent's on the show, so that's interesting. Carrie Kelly, that's another Robin, but she was only Robin in The Dark Knight Returns. And Dark Knight Strikes Again. So that's interesting. But, again, Stephanie Brown, a.k.a. Spoiler. And she also was Robin and Batgirl at one point. But again, okay, so now this is where I have my issues. Okay, we read the cast. And Turner Hayes. Who the fuck is that? Like, seriously, okay. Oops, I cussed. Sorry, kids, don't repeat that word. I'm sorry. Sorry, parents. I'm sorry. But I'm annoyed. Okay, the thing with Batman is, yes, everybody talks about his rogues gallery of villains, and it's awesome to see Harvey Dent get some love. Does that mean we're not going to see him in any of the Batman with Robert Pattinson anytime soon? I don't know. Who knows? Because this show could only get one season. You know? We don't know. We don't know. So I'm not going to put that off the table or anything like that. But, okay, so the thing with is Batman is, yes, he has that awesome rogues gallery of villains, but he also has the Bat family. And, first of all, if this is the same Earth, where's Batwoman? Well, even if it's a different Earth, where's Batwoman? Where's Kate Kane? Where's Batgirl? Where's Barbara Gordon? Where's Dick Grayson? Where's Jason Todd? There we go. There's where I have my issues, right there. So they say, now they make it very clear. Rebellious adoptive son. Okay, that screams Jason Todd. All day. All day. I mean, if they didn't have the adopted part in there, I would say Damian Wayne. Which I don't see the movies ever using anytime soon. So why not? And it's not like Titans is going to use them. So why not? I mean, besides I don't see him ever leading a team. I don't see Damian Wayne leading a team, but it could be possible. I mean, he's got the knowledge. I mean, he was trained by League of Assassins. He's got the brains. And as I said, it's not like the movie's going to use him anytime soon. Or Titans. None of those shows are going to use him. So why not? And he's an interesting character. So why not? I mean, Jason Todd. Yes, he's on Titans. But most of the people that watch the CW shows may not watch those shows. I mean, you've got the multiverse or the Arrowverse, the multiverse, the different Earths. This is a different version. I mean, I like the versions on Titans, don't get me wrong. But this is just a different take. But that's fine. It's not like Marvel where, it's kind of a little bit more cookie cutter with their characters. DC, I mean, you got all these verses, you can always say it's just on a different Earth. It's not that hard to have two different versions of the same character. But DC earmarks certain characters for the movies, or earmarks certain characters for other productions, and then no other production can use them. Like, Young Justice gets lucky about getting away with what they can because they're animated. If it wasn't for that, they probably wouldn't get a lot of characters. Because, the Flash needs this character, or, they would get so bare-boned. Like, I had the same issue with Batwoman. I love it. I like the Batwoman show. I mean, it really sucks that Ruby Rose quit after season 1, because the show could have been really, really interesting. But the thing I ran into was, they don't explain. Like, okay, so, obviously, the Arrowverse Batman, however, they don't even really make clear how old he is. He obviously would have at least had Dick Grayson Robin at that point. Where was Dick Grayson? I mean, even an easy character like that to explain where he was. I mean, all you would have had to done, and Luke Fox would have known who he was. I mean, at least knew who Dick Grayson was. He may not have known about the whole Nightwing Robin thing and all that, because I don't remember where Luke Fox was at the beginning of Batwoman about that stuff. So, he would at least know who Dick Grayson was, his adoptive son. Like, it's not even brought up. Like, what the heck? I mean, that's the thing. And then, they didn't want to bring him in. Okay, that's fine. He's easy to write off. Dick Grayson's already 18 years old. He's old enough that he's already 18. He's already gone off to Bloodhaven, or if they wanted to, since he's only been missing for 3 years, he's been with the Titans. He's over in whatever city the Titans is supposed to be in. It might be San Francisco. I'm not really sure. Whatever the city the Titans are supposed to be in, okay? So he's there, okay? So he's easy to write off, okay? You know, that way if you make him with the Titans, that way you make him a teenager, so that way you don't have to worry about the rest of the Bat family. You know, but again, where's Barbara? Where's Batgirl? I mean, wouldn't she step in and protect Gotham? Because obviously if Dick Grayson's around, then obviously Batgirl's around. Because they're like the same age. So, or even, okay, this is at the point where she's became Oracle. Wouldn't she still be around now? That's the thing. And they don't explain where these characters are. I mean, they just don't acknowledge them. I mean, like, they're like not there, like non-existent. But since Lucius Fox is dead, I'm going to assume Dick Grayson would be well over into adulthood. So as I said, and then that opens up the question of, where's Jason Todd? Where's Tim Drake? Where's all these other characters? And Gotham Knights is falling into the same problem. It's cool to see Carrie Kelly. It's cool to see Stephanie Brown. Spoiler. But then you introduce this character, Tanner Haynes, who isn't in the comics. Like, you don't need to create an original character, you know, to fit that role of the rebellious adopted son. There's one already there. Like, I mean, I'm not against original characters. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. I like when we do original characters. Like, okay, y'all know from this channel, I'm a huge Power Ranger guy. I love the Titanium Ranger because he's an original character. I love the Spirit Rangers because they're ours. They're U.S. exclusives. I don't mind when you make an original character as long as, like, there's not a character that can already fit that role. Okay, so, like, I say Titanium Ranger. That's a good example. In Go-Go 5, the Super Sentai version Go-Go 5 of, like, I call it Go-Go 5 because I can't pronounce half the Japanese shit. The Japanese equivalent to Lightspeed Rescue. There is no 6th Ranger. It's only the original 5. So we wanted to keep that whole 6th Ranger thing going because, well, we're the U.S. and that's what we do. So they created the Titanium Ranger. That's fine. The Spirit Rangers, again, not in the Japanese Sentai, they fit the story. They fit. There was not anything in the Japanese footage that would fit their role. So that's fine. But when you're dealing with a source material thing, and, oh, bam, we want this character, and he, yeah, so I'm not blaming the production. As I said, I think the show's going to be interesting. It's just, I'm blaming Warner Brothers for earmarking characters so badly. That's hurting shows. You know? Like, yeah, as I said, it's hurting shows. Because it's like, okay. Yeah, so these characters. Because as I said, just when they say rebellious adopted son, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Batman. I'm thinking Jason Todd. You know, automatically pops in my head Jason. Because it says adopted son. If it would have said son, Damian Wayne. Get another really cool character. They didn't need to go out and create an original character who apparently doesn't even know that. We don't even know if he knows that Bruce Wayne's Batman at the beginning of the show. So I'm like, and this character looks obviously old enough where he would have been trained as a Robin. And obviously, from what I can tell, yeah, so that makes no sense. I mean, this doesn't make sense to the Batman lore. And even, okay, so back to Batwoman for a second. Azrael in the comments also stepped in for when Batman was unavailable. Where was he? He's not brought up either. You can't just go, oh, we can't use these characters. And the funny thing is, like Azrael, I don't see Azrael showing up in a damn movie. And he's not over on Titans. So why was he not brought in? Except for he didn't fit their story. That's the only thing. Sometimes you can't just... I understand taking creative freedom. Like, okay, I'm going to talk to Twilight movies. I'm sorry, everybody. Anybody who's not a fan, I'm sorry. But I had to talk to them because they have a good example of this. Okay, I understand taking creative freedoms. Like, I talked to my friend, to Angel, actually, Twilight person. I forgot what they call the Twilight fans. Okay, I forget. I don't care. But I did go see other movies. I fell asleep watching Breaking Dawn Part 2, I think it was. But that fight scene in Breaking Dawn Part 2 was never in the books. But it made more sense to be in the movie. Because, I'm sorry, but if Alice were to just touch the dude, the bad vampire's head, I'm sorry, I don't remember his name, and I don't care to remember his name. Touched his head, and he revealed that he, could, and then, and then all of a sudden he backs off. That would not have been an interesting, if she would have showed him her vision, and then he backed off like, oh, no, we're good, we're done, we're leaving, see ya. This is supposed to be a big final movie, there needs to be a big final battle. So that's why that's there. So I understand taking creative freedoms. But when there's a character in the show that already fits the lore, that's in the lore, that fits the role you kind of need that character to play, why create an original character? I mean, I'm still going to watch it. I just don't make sense. It doesn't add up to nothing. And to be honest, if it was me, I would drop the part where it says rebellious son and just go with son and go with Damian Wayne. That way you're not stamping on the movies, you're not stamping on Titans, and you're using a character obviously neither one of those is probably ever going to get to. I mean, maybe. But see, the thing is, in order to do Damian, you have to set up Nightwing, and then you have to set up the League of Assassins and Talia and all that. I mean, that'd be a lot to set up to get to Damian. So yeah, as I said, it'd be a whole lot easier to do to make it, for the movies, that'd be a whole lot to set up in the Batman movies. So it'd be a whole lot easier just to, let the show use it. Use them, And as I said, with Damian's training, and he's definitely a rebellious kid. Yeah, Damian's definitely rebellious. Yeah. I mean, maybe the whole point that he carries a sword with him doesn't mean he has to use it. But I will talk to you later. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out of here. I'm done complaining for the night. Peace. I'm out.